So if you want to take off that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Our video today takes us to Linwood, Washington, where Glenda is in a tizzy because he was disrespected by a police officer and he wants to file a complaint, except everyone ignores him. Enjoy. Hey, don't forget, Mr. Serio, I'm exposing you for the racist, bigoted, misogynistic pig that you are. And I don't care if I ever make a dime on these videos on YouTube, because I've always included your racist rants, which you have now taken down from your channel. Isn't that coincidental? Took down the rants about you being a racist. Oh, how lovely. Enjoy the video.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It was Officer Korea that took it. I can give you his phone number and or his email and you can contact him.
I'd rather not. Actually, I was here to speak to the captain or the lieutenant.
So we have sergeants here. Do you want to speak to like a duty sergeant?
I need someone higher up because I don't think a sergeant's capable of handling this.
Linda always demands to see the highest person in command possible. It does no good, but he always requests it.
Hi, sir. We have sergeants, a duty sergeant, and we have the commander. So would you like to talk to the duty sergeant? That's normal.
What's the commander?
Commander Langdon is patrol.
Okay, so is he above or below a sergeant?
He's above a sergeant.
Okay, let's talk to him.
A few moments later.
Answering his phone, I can call dispatch and have the duty sergeant come in to talk to you.
Okay.
All right.
Every time Glenn gets a ticket, for whatever reason, you can bet he's going to complain about it because Glenn is above the law. Isn't that right, Glenn?
Sergeant should be in just a few minutes.
Okay.
If you'd like to go ahead and have a seat, he'll be with you.
I'll wait here.
Okay.
Eventually.
All right. How can I help you, sir?
You must be Al. You're his father.
How can I help you?
You can't help me because you're related to him, so it's...
Okay.
You may remember this sergeant from another video when he threatened Glenn with arrest if he didn't move back off the sidewalk. And that's the sergeant's son on the left-hand side who was piloting a drone at the time. Oh, Glenn has an axe to grind with these two officers.
No, I'll talk to someone else.
Okay.
A few minutes later.
I'll see who I can like.
Someone else other than family members.
Is the patrol commander?
Sure.
To see when he's available. He's been in meetings, so he might not be available.
Okay, I can go to him. Where's he at?
Okay, he's in meetings, so he's not available.
Okay, well, I need to speak to someone immediately regarding what happened last night. And not Al, not Jordan's father.
Glenn is a real tough guy around cops, isn't he? Let's take a look at what he does around African-American officers. Roll that clip.
You work for me. You are my slave. You work for me. I brought you from Africa, you motherfucker. I brought you from Africa, motherfucker. You are my bitch.
And here is more proof that Glenn is a racist pig. Roll that clip.
Okay. You held up traffic. It's crowded street. It's snow and ice out here. And on top of that, what you said, you out there harassing somebody else again? Is that correct?
Yes,
and then
I did.
on top of that, I said, sir, I need you to move on. And you said, your words exactly, fuck you, nigga.
I didn't say
And
that.
then you said
That's
it again.
not true.
Fuck you, nigger.
That's not true.
I precisely remember
That's not
that.
true.
Okay, it doesn't make a difference at this point. Let me see your driver's license and your registration, please.
Enough of that. Back to our story.
Okay, I understand, sir.
Okay.
We're trying to find somebody for you, but the next person in the chain of command would be Commander Langdon.
I'm just wondering, how does, like, I asked you for someone, right? But you went and got his father.
I went and got the duty sergeant.
Right, but, like, that guy is related to him. You should know right away that that's not the right thing to do.
Sir, I'm not going to engage with you.
Not engaging with Glenda is a smart move, ma'am. You made a wise decision.
We're trying to find somebody that can talk to
Do you have internal affairs?
The long finger key.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Cole Langdon.
Nice to meet you.
Good. You want to talk outside?
Sure.
I'm just with
Yeah.
just with the
Sure.
COVID-19
No problem.
stuff going on. So, can I get my card?
Sure.
There you go. What's going on?
Let's stand over here.
Sure.
At the light. So first off, I want to say that I asked for a commander and then they got me a sergeant.
Right.
Glenn is the biggest crybaby. Can we just get to the problem you came there for? Didn't mommy and daddy show you enough attention as a child?
They got me the guy's father. So that right there shows, like, corruption. You don't...
The guys who are we talking about?
Jordan.
Okay.
So Al and Jordan are related, obviously.
Korea. Yeah, Sergeant Korea and Officer Korea.
Al
correct.
and Jordan, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why would she grab him?
He's the duty sergeant.
Right,
I
but-
actually stepped out of a meeting. We're having a citywide meeting right now.
Right.
I was just told by the sergeant that you want to talk.
I do want
So,
to talk.
Yeah.
And I just want to get that part out of the way. Why,
Sure.
Why would he come? If they know this is about Jordan, why would they bring him out? You know how it looks. Like if that was an internal investigation, internal affairs type situation.
Here we are a minute later and he's still yammering away. What a narcissistic sociopath Glenn is.
That would be like the wrong
Sure.
thing to do.
So here's what I can tell you. He's the duty sergeant.
Okay.
He's the one who actually screens stuff as it comes through. He's the one actually running police operations right now. I command it, I oversee it, but I'm not the one actually out here handling the day-to-day stuff. That's his job. So he happens to be the sergeant working, so that's who you're going to get when you ask for any sort of complaint. He'll be the first stop. He then called me and asked me to come out here and talk with you. What I'm asking, I have to step back up into a meeting here in a minute. It's reference did you watch the Inslee broadcast that just took place?
I did not, no.
Just about our response to COVID-19. There are some impacts for us operationally, and I stepped out of a meeting to come down here. I wasn't sure. I gave you my card. If you want to sit down for coffee sometime, happy to buy you a cup of coffee.
This officer is bending over backwards to be nice to Glenn, and Glenn doesn't care. He's only taking advantage of the situation.
Well, I don't think we've even started. So,
Right, and I've got, I can hit the points of it if there's something. I've got my email on there. I've got my phone numbers. And if you want to
I
talk
feel like
about
that's really quick. I feel like the meeting can wait because that meeting's probably going to be there for a while.
Right, so I'm saying, you're right. That's absolutely what's going to happen. I have to go back to a meeting here in a minute. I wanted to step out of that meeting for a moment so I can make sure I came and talked to you, gave you my card, and we can set up another time to talk.
So I'm going to tell you the problem now.
Okay.
So the problem is that this guy pulled me over with false citations.
Okay. Did you get paperwork on how to file a complaint?
So that's the problem. I would like you to delete it because
An officer simply cannot delete a traffic ticket once it's been forwarded to the court. You've been watching too many YouTube videos, Glenn. Now shut your mouth and go home.
because these are false and I have video evidence.
I can't do that.
You can do it. I've seen it done before.
Okay. That's not true.
Do they normally bring you out to investigate your own son?
So let me explain. The tickets reside in a system called Sector. They belong to the officer and the officer alone. I cannot go into the system and delete the ticket.
You can override it.
So
you have the ability to you don't want to.
would have to do that.
No,
So-
you can override it.
So the judge would have to do that at this point. Once it's been filed with the court, if that's to happen, you're more than welcome to go upstairs. Could I help you? Oh yeah, here, come on through. So, yeah.
Go upstairs for what?
The court. If you want to talk to the court about how to go about taking care of that.
No. What I want to do is this is corrupt. You guys can't do this.
All right.
And like, if you want to pretend this is normal,
So I've got another minute. I can go grab you some complaint paperwork.
Complaint paperwork? Glenn doesn't want complaint paperwork. He wants you to delete that ticket now. And I don't mean now. I mean right now.
You can also go online to file a complaint.
So this would be criminal. So it'd be a criminal complaint.
Okay.
Because
and you can file that through there. So
a criminal complaint?
Yeah.
I'm talking a charge. I want to charge him with a criminal offense.
So if you go onto our website, we just redesigned it. There is actually a portal you can go into. You can click on there, file a report. That'll begin a process. Everything's about process, as you know. So that's what we can do. But I have to step back in that meeting here. And is there any other questions I can answer? I can deal with it right now.
I believe it's.
You can come on through. So yeah.
I believe it's Sergeant Harris told me there was one ticket.
You're.
I'm seeing two tickets
Do you
on
mind? Here, you can film me, or just. He's not filming you, sir. You can come on through. So sorry.
So, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
So Sergeant Harris told me that there was one ticket. He told me it was $124. I'm seeing two tickets on here.
The problem with Glenn is that he wants to try the case before the officer, and that's not how it works, Glenn. You go to court and you argue with the judge about the tickets. Now please, go home. That officer has a massive headache, as do I.
So, I mean, there's a lot of lying going on here, and people need to be held accountable.
So I haven't had a chance to look at the reports.
Okay, do you want to go look at it, and I'll wait around?
I don't have the time right now. So like I said...
When will you have the time?
I can probably get to it tomorrow. So
Tomorrow, what time?
Actually, tomorrow I've got another meeting. I won't be here, so I'm going to be out of the area tomorrow.
Okay.
Monday. And if you'd like to write me an email...
Monday?
Yeah.
So now it went from tomorrow to Monday.
Right, and as I just sat here and talked, I reside on my calendar. I have to look at my calendar.
Can I go in the meeting and talk, or?
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's a private meeting. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm just not happy with what's going on here. You're
get
rushing me out of here. The father's coming to talk.
Not rushing you out of here. If you'd like to stay here and film, you have to.
No, I don't want to stay here and film. I want to get to the bottom of this.
There's that narcissistic, sociopathic personality coming through again. The best way to deal with a person like this is just to ignore them, which the police officer is politely trying to do. He is a perfect example of what you should do with Glenn. Just kill him with kindness. He'll leave eventually.
So I stepped out of the meeting to come down here, and clearly we have nothing further to talk about. So
I mean,
you got my card. I look forward to sitting down and talking with you later on, but right now I've got to go.
What's your first name?
It's Commander Cole Langdon. It's right on there for you. So it's on the card.
Cole Lang. Okay.
Langdon.
Langdon.
So, all right.
Okay, is there someone else that can replace you since you don't have time?
No, they're all in that meeting, and I stepped out of it.
When's the meeting end?
I couldn't even tell you. So we've got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff to chew off. So all right.
It sounds like you're just brushing me off.
No, not.
Look, Glenda, that officer was more than nice to you, and he didn't brush you off, but he was certainly thankful that he had a meeting to get back to and didn't have to listen to your babble for 2 more hours.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hello. I need to speak to somebody else because I didn't get any answers answered.
Who did you want to speak to?
Oh, someone that's available because the commander's not available, and I don't want to speak to the father of the Jordan. So, whoever else is next in line.
Okay, let me see what we can do.
Okay.
Now, can Glenn really be this stupid, or is he doing this for content on his YouTube channel? I tend to think the former. I think he's really that stupid.
Soon after.
There isn't anyone. Commander Langdon said he spoke with you and that you have his contact information.
Didn't help at all.
He'll call you.
He was in a rush talking about. I'm not sure what the police have to do with this. A medical concern. That's not a police concern. So them being in a meeting makes no sense to me. There's nothing they can do to help that. That's not a police thing. That's a medical thing. You have to be a doctor for that. They're not doctors.
So you can contact him later and leave him a message. He said that you have his contact.
Like I said, I want to speak to someone else.
What we're all witnessing here is Glenn having a temper tantrum. He never grew up the right way, knowing right from wrong. His mother and father never taught him properly. Isn't that right, Glenn?
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't Mommy and Daddy show you enough attention when you were a child?
There's no one else in the building for you to speak
Well,
to.
then send another sergeant off the road or something.
There isn't another sergeant off the road. There is no one else for you to speak with.
There's nobody here to speak to.
No,
there's how many? 300 cops in this precinct, and
There's no one else.
There's
here for
nobody
you to
here.
speak with, sir. No. You have Commander Langdon's information.
Can I go
You
talk
give
to
him
them
a
in the
call.
meeting?
No, sir.
Where is the meeting being held?
I'm not at liberty to give you that information.
Okay, if I just walk over there and
I don't know where their meeting is, sir.
You don't know or you don't want to say?
I don't know where their meeting is, and if I did know, I wouldn't be at liberty to give you that information.
Okay, because it's public information to know that.
Oh, dearie me. I do wish you knew where the meeting was, Glenn, because we would all like to see you arrested. Of course, it would take about 3 sets of handcuffs to tie you down.
Just so you know, this is a public building, public resources.
Sir, it's been very interesting speaking
Is
with
he
you
a sergeant?
today. Take care. No, he is not. Good
Okay.
day, sir.
So you're refusing me service, correct?
No, sir, I'm not refusing your service. I'm telling you that there's no one else for you to
I just want to make it clear you're refusing me service.
I'm not refusing you service, sir. There's no one else for you to speak with today. You've got Commander Langdon's business.
How about that guy? What's he?
He is a traffic officer. He's not available for you to speak with, sir.
You guys got a sergeant or someone available? Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, buddy, I'm talking to you.
I can guarantee you those are not your buddies, Glenda, and you've been dismissed because you are a bitch. No doubt about it.
Hey, 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 public servant, talking to you. Hey, hey, buddy. Hey, hey, buddy.
Not gonna engage.
Talking to you, buddy. Can I come in?
Well, there you have it, folks. I think everyone would agree with me that was the best ending on a Glenn Serio video ever. Now, don't forget, at this time of the year, Glenn is probably pretty lonely in the men's shelter all by himself, so you can contact him. Now, this is not doxing. This comes straight from his YouTube page. His email there is at the top of the screen in the middle. And then right below that, if you want to mail him a Christmas gift, maybe a box of cat litter, perhaps it's been used, you can send it to Mukilteo, Washington there, his post office box. How lovely. At any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.